started here?
Help. Someone help.
Hello.
Hey,
Someone help.
Hi.
up with?
I don't know how I managed, but I got so confused.
Well, we can hear you, so that'll.
Dad, stop. Shut up, please.
Oh.
Ainsley.
I'm in, before you ask, I have my sister and my dad in the same room with me.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah,
Apparently that combines with a horrible combination.
yeah. It's gonna be tough for everybody to find their own space.
Yeah.
Did you try and get onto this thing last night at like 1 a.m?
Who did?
Tyler?
Me?
Yeah, I had a thing that said like you were trying to join a Zoom meeting at like 1:20 and 20 by chat,
Tyler,
but
did you read it as 10 p.m.?
no, I mean she might have just been checking her mail and maybe clicked on the link or something, but I don't know. I didn't. I was just curious. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Or she
probably pressed it on accident.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jules did the same.
Who's Charlie?
Hey, Griffin, everybody's slowly rolling in. And if you're cool,
My iPad keeps on pausing.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay. I want to try and make it as quick as possible as soon as we get everybody in. I just want to go through what we have for today and what I'm looking for the week, so everybody's kind of in a good space.
Yep.
If
Oh, okay.
you do video, it's fine. If you don't and you want to put something,
What video?
be kind of cool to do video because then it helps me with interaction and understanding kind of where you're at. So I want to give it maybe like 2 more minutes to see who else is going to be able to make it on. There's Deborah, and I'm just curious if you listen, have some music playing in the background. Can you hear it?
No.
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 Okay.
Nope.
Be like it sound like the regular like synthwave kind of stuff I play.
Out.
Okay, so I'm managing my audio channels. I'm in good shape. Anyway,
Sweat.
like I say, maybe 1 or 2 more minutes. If y'all want to check the agenda for today, I
Hold up.
go over that, and we can see. You guys can dig ahead a little bit. I have altered it a little bit and added in because I didn't want anybody to like go crazy or anything like that. And this might be the first time you would even be talking to your partner, possibly. But I don't think I see folk their partner here. Of course, Kai's working by himself.
I have Dulcie's number. Is that okay?
Yeah, if you want to text her and let her know to come on. Apparently, Lot said out of here as quickly as I can.
All right, sis.
Real quick, I talked to Siler yesterday. I talked to Sonia and Jocelyn and a couple other people. But for everybody else who is first time here, just to let you know, all the meetings, at least on Zoom, my meetings are going to be recorded. So if at some point in time you're just like, I cannot make this one at all, understandable. I'm going to try and take the recording, put it up. You can watch it later. But it's for you to be here so you can ask any questions you might need to get clarified or anything like that. But for the most part, I'm just kind of curious. So like, heard a little bit from Tyler. Griffin, are you all right? Yeah. Are you doing pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, I got a computer that can run Unreal. I can still work.
Keep working.
No good.
Let me let Julian in here. This is like the door's locked and I have to let people in. It's funny. Carlos, you were saying like I'm confused by it. Basically, I'm just saying like right now we have a very interesting.
I keep on pausing.
Going on right now, so not necessarily but more like what's going on around us as a whole. So if you want to, Kai, you doing all right? Probably before 6.
I can't hear
Kai?
This is so weird.
Loud.
Hey, Kai.
Good.
I
Good time.
can't.
I got a flu.
All I can.
Is there a Kai?
Everyone is laughing. Okay, what did you say, Hemetry?
Can you turn your audio up
Hi, Kai.
a little bit? I'm having a hard time hearing.
Yeah.
For Kai.
I'm so confused. What?
Okay, well, we're just going to move on. I think we got everybody here that we're going to get. If you haven't taken a look at the agenda, what I'm going to do is just share my screen with you guys so you can see it. And
Hey.
go ahead and pop in there. So the agenda for today, can everybody see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The week. It's not necessarily just for the day, it's for the week. And the first thing is this meeting. I do have another meeting on Friday. And it's
Okay.
just like this, where we're going to kind of calibrate, debrief. I'm going to keep it to as short as possible. So if we can do it in 10 minutes, great. If we need 30, that's fine. I've got it for it. And
Probably make it, probably.
cool. I'll send out the invite in an email a little bit later, so you guys have it, and it'll also be on the agenda. So if you go to this assignment, basically what I need you to do is get with your partner. I don't care how, over phone, voice chat, whatever you want to do. I need you guys to take a look at these questions right here and decide what you feel like you're capable of doing. Because right now is just going to be planning time we need before we come back. If we come back. If we come back, things are going to change a little bit, obviously. It's really just let's get some more work done to try and make sure we're just really top of our game when we come back. So things like, if you do have UE4, what can you do? What can you work on with your partner? If you have UE4 and a computer that'll run it, but your partner does not, they could probably be working on the research part. They can be calling people. If there's skydiving school, they may have people there. Actually, if there's somebody at the apartments, keep calling the apartments. If you've got kind of set up where you're trying to simulate something, you may have somebody you can call, as opposed to just researching. And you may even be able to get a video chat with them that you could kind of talk to them.
Yeah.
You can record it if it's a possibility for you. Next thing is drawing, so we can a little bit better what you're working on. You could see if there's any scripting that needs to be done right now. So I know several of you have green screen had other pieces that you had some dialogue that was going to go with it, whether that's just dialogue that comes up in front of you, or it's some kind of dialogue that a green screen actor is going to have. Several of you are going to be working on that. If it's something that's just game related, then I'd like to see ideas on the game and variations of it, just so you have an idea of how you might be able to change it up if you need to. So does everybody out here? Can I get a thumb interaction thing down?
Yes.
You guys know how to do that?
Do what? I couldn't hear that part.
Okay. Y'all at the I think it's actually at the top, right, Siler? The interactions for the iPad on the iPad.
Yeah, it's at the top.
It's at the top. Okay.
Oh, Gremlin.
It's up there. The screen.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm a little confused. I get that there's a list of things we're supposed to have done. But we're supposed to be able to do the things that we can do now and answer questions with our groups and do green screen stuff. But that's what I get so far.
Yeah.
You're very loud. Hear you invite.
Let me do and start
Oh,
working on it so I can see some of that work on Friday. Okay.
awesome.
So that might mean sharing. Have y'all played with Zoom much? I have a feeling you're going to be using it quite a bit.
I have.
No.
We have played with it last year, like a project.
No, we haven't.
Not
Well, you weren't.
Oh God.
Who's lunching?
Alarm.
I know her.
That was me. Sorry, Mr. Hammondtree. I have to go to my meeting with Lot.
That's cool. Go ahead.
Oh. Wait, what is this? World domination?
I know her.
Has a timer set up. Okay, so for everybody that's here, I want to go ahead and answer any questions you might have about anything.
How are we supposed to contact teammates if they're sleeping all the time?
So
Yeah.
Tyler.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Tyler.
Oh, I was gonna say like, wait, what was my question? Oh yeah. How
Bruh.
to contact my teammates if they're sleeping or not near their phones.
Well, that's why I'm giving you till Friday. You
Whose dog is that?
to get a hold of them.
Yellow. Put a bullet.
Yo, do you wanna borrow my headphones?
Okay, I'm gonna. Fuck.
Too crazy.
Open up a dog.
But, oh, no.
Okay, so Hammond Trey, should we, while we're waiting, should we write a script with our group? Should we go, if we're going to do green screen for our skydiving event, for our
Right.
skydiving game, should we
Green.
go and write out a script of like, and do, I think the main things that we would need to do is, that we can do anyway, is do research on like, okay, this is how they prep you for skydiving, and this is how it looks when you skydive. It's about this much time to fall. And we'd create a Google Doc that has the script for the green screen, and it also has the reality of what skydiving looks like. Okay, you pull the cord from the left side and it takes about 50 seconds to free fall and about 3 to 4 minutes to, you know, fall down.
I'm gonna just call Dulce.
Yeah, you called. Julian, that sounds good as far
Okay.
as getting that stuff set up. And just flesh it all out. If you want to email it to me and let me know what it looks like, so I can send some, just take a look at it and give you some kind of feedback on what you're looking at.
Awesome.
Sounds pretty good. Do you have a computer at home that'll run Uni 4?
No, I do not, sadly.
Here's another there. So we'll just move on from there.
I don't think Zanetta does either. She only has a.
Yeah. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to mute folks, and if you need to unmute, you can actually tell me what, you know, like, hey, I'd like to be able to talk. So you can say, please let me talk right now if you have a question, or you can hold up your hand, but this is going to be something where we just don't want people stepping on each other right now, since we're all kind of using the same space. And I know that we're kind of, you guys are sharing it with your family. So that might make it a little bit easier if I just mute a lot of folks. Okay. So try and use the interaction information that's on there, or you can pop into the chat and you can ask questions there, and I can unmute you as you have something that you want to say. All right. So let's do that right now. See, can everybody get into the chat and tell me that you're here? Just like say, type in here or anything like that. Okay, I have muted you at this point. Okay. All right, I got something from Ainsley, Julian, Tyler, Deborah, Carlos. Looks good. All right, cool. Looking good, looking good. Okay, everybody's here. Okay, cool. So I think this will make it a little bit easier for everybody to pay attention, especially with the issues that are going on around you. Now, if you feel like you're unable to do any of these things, like this is something that's like, this doesn't apply to my game, and I'm thinking mostly of the people who are working on their game. A lot of those folks have a computer at home they can work from. If you don't, then building out your map, annotating it with a lot of different things to tell us where interactions are supposed to happen, that would be very helpful at this point in time. And then for those who are just completely unsure as to what to do, you could ask for a Zoom meeting if you want to with myself and your partner, and we can go through a few things. But we need to do this soon, because you need some time to work on what you can actually work on. Okay, so on Friday at 10:30, I'd like to kind of see what you guys have. Okay, so what that means is you also need to learn how to share your screen from your iPad because you're going to show everybody. Okay, so there we go. Yep, that's right. Everybody screams because whenever you cough or sneeze these days, everybody scatters, right? It's fun. It's a good party game. So anyway, yeah, thanks. Everybody's bless you in the chat. That's nice. All right. So that's not how you spell Gesundheit, Ainsley. Come on. Anyway, would y'all at this point, this is kind of getting used to working with Zoom as well. If you guys could go ahead and give me a thumbs up right now so I can just see that on the screen, because I just want to see everybody do that on their side. That should, there we go. Carlos is good. Carlos is the winner. He's first in. So not in the chat, not down in the chat, but there is a reaction. There's a set of reactions right now. You have clapping hands and you have a thumbs up. All right, I'd like to get more reactions in there, and I'll find a way to do that. There we go. There we go. I get Julian, Kai, and Ainsley in there. Maybe I missed them. If you could just do them one more time, just make sure we're all in good shape. Okay, I got one from Griffin. Julian's good. Ainsley and Kai, can I get a thumbs up from you guys? The reactions, if you're on your iPad, should be towards the top. Can't find it. Kai says can't find it. So could any emoji keyboard? I'm on Chromebook. You're on a Chromebook. Oh, okay. All right. So it may look a little bit different. It's a web-based platform for Chromebook. Trying to get in the meeting. Well, he can just click on it and I'll admit him in. There we go. There's Kaysen. Hey, Kaysen. Connecting to audio. So we're going to get that here in just a second. Can't get connect to Dulce. Okay, so Ainsley, you have her phone number, right, in your contract? Here, I'm just going to unmute you, Ainsley. Hey, Ainsley, you have her in your contract, right? You can talk now. I got you unmuted. Ainsley?
Huh?
Can get connected to Dulce. Yep, wait, never mind. Okay, so it's all good now? You got her phone number and stuff? Ainsley? She couldn't get connected in time. Okay. All righty. Well, you're unmuted, Ainsley, so you can actually talk if you want to.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Okay. So,
So apparently she was trying to connect, but she didn't connect on time.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, she can still come in. It's still
Wait,
open.
I'll tell her. Hold on.
She wants to. Okay. If you feel comfortable with what's going on, just in the chat, say I'm gonna get to it. I've got a plan, something along those lines, and you can drop off if you'd like. If you have questions, please type them into the chat, and I'll try and answer them as quickly as possible. Okay. I have a plan. Carlos is out of here. All right, cool. Sounds good. I look forward to seeing you on Friday, if not sooner. Okay. Anybody else? Why do I have a bad feeling? That's not what I'm asking for. Okay, Deborah, you're good. Okay. So Kai, me and my teammate have formulated a plan. Good. Kai and his other self, the one with the beard, are in good shape. Okay, good. Sounds good, Kai. I'm good too. All right, Tyler, sounds good. Make sure you get in touch with Donovan, and I'll try and contact him as well. What am I supposed to be planning for? That's Kaysen. Okay, Casey, came in a little bit late, so we can work on that. Gonna work on vids at home since I have my project Unreal on my computer. Sounds good. I'm not good too. Yep, Kaysen, just hold on a second, and we're gonna talk a little bit. So for everybody that's still here, if you want to drop off and you've already said, I'm good, I understand, go ahead and you can drop off. For Kaysen, what I'm going to do, Kaysen, is I'm going to show you my screen right here real quick, and we're going to take a look at the desktop that I have. This is the assignment right here. If we wanted to go back to our agenda, right here, we have the meeting for this morning that you guys are all in right now. There is a little bit of a warm-up right here. I got 2 more people. in the chat here. I'm good. Okay, that's cool. Sounds good, Tyler. Ainsley might take a while. Bye, folks. Bye, Tyler. Okay, looks good. All right, so Kason, back to you. Sorry, I just wanted to take a look at that chat real quick. Make sure you take care of this warm up right here. It's probably one of the only ones I'll really have. I may have another one on Friday. I'll probably have a warm up whenever we're having a meeting, which may be once or twice a week. That's about it. And like I said, I'm going to try and keep them short. We're only about 20 minutes into this one. So I'm going to probably be wrapping this up as soon as everybody feels comfortable. So down here is the assignment for the week. This is just exactly, this is it. This is all that I'm looking for. So what I'm looking for you guys is make sure you can be at the meeting on Friday at 10:30. Take care of that warm up. And then as far as your project goes, anything that you can plan right now, map out the space that you're planning to build, what kind of interactions are supposed to be in that space. If you want to draw a top-down map that we're looking down onto and we're going to be able to see everywhere that you can go. If you want to have a green screen actor there that's kind of telling people what to do, that would be good to have the script to go along with that. So Kason, specifically for your archery game, it might be good to have a green screen actor there, unless you wanted to work with one of the Cinti assets, but then you're going to have animations and you're going to have some dialogue recorded anyway. So it'll be able to talk or have something pop up on the screen for people to read. So those kind of things we should probably see. I think it would be good to have some storyboarding of your space. So as you walk into it or you move into it, let's see what it looks like for the viewer. What kind of interface are you going to have? Is it all going to be on the props and set pieces that are there that give you information about what to do? If you just have them go in and there's a bow sitting on top of a table, they may not necessarily know what to do. They probably will go right to it. But if you have them in teleport, you want, as much as possible, you don't want to have to stand next to them and tell them what's going on, right? You want to be able to have them handle it on their own. Okay, we just had Donovan join, and let me go ahead and unmute Kason because he may have something he wanted to add or say here. I'm trying to.
All right. Yeah, I think I get it. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a map and highlight what's gonna happen and when, and just kind of, I guess, flesh the idea out a little bit more, because
that's pretty. Yeah. You got it. And the like, I know you were talking about doing glass targets. If you want to talk about how you want to assemble those, so it's something that you and Jocelyn have already talked about, and you know how you're going to attack this problem right away. You may have already talked about it. Go ahead and write it down, draw it. If you know you're going to get these assets from somewhere else, if you want to, the Cinti assets are still available. If you, Kason, do you have a computer you can work on this from home or not?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, that's fine. That's why we're going to go with this planning stage right now. Okay, so it sounds like you kind of have a pretty good idea of where to go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If you can just contact Jocelyn, talk to her a little bit, let me know you did, and then what your plan is, and start working on it so we can see some of it on Friday. That'd be great. The other thing is just work on how to share your screen in Zoom with your partner. So that's something else to try and work on before Friday. All right, cool. All right, Kason, sounds like you're in good shape.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and Ainsley, if you have any. Okay, Dulcie might be in a couple minutes. Sounds good. Donovan, Kason, if you want to, if you're good, just pop into the chat and say, I'm good. I'm going to take off, and you can check out if you'd like. Donovan, how's it going? You doing good?
Good, yeah.
Right on, cool. So talk to Tyler a little bit. She's probably going to be contacting you. She said she was having a little bit of trouble getting in touch with you, so you may want to reach out to her. And
yeah.
So basically, if you have a computer at home that will run UE4, like I said, I had everybody upload their stuff to Google Drive, so you should have your project in some form or fashion to work with. So do you have a computer at home that'll run UE4?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, at least for your side, I don't know if Tyler does. I know she has one that'll run Minecraft more than likely, unless she's playing it on a console.
Yeah, I'm also running Minecraft, yeah.
Okay, so y'all might be able to work on these things on your own. So you should be able to work on some level design and just build it out and just get really nicely detailed. You got your project out to Google Drive before we left?
What?
Did you get your project out to Google Drive before we left?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and try and pull that down. And even if you didn't, right now is a perfect time to just start it over. I mean, you've already got your code ready to go for the grabbing on the wall and everything. Now you could, if you had to, this wouldn't be a bad time to start over. And if you need Cincy assets, I can make those available to you. I'll just share them. I've got them on a Google Drive, and I can share those with you. But
Yeah.
talk to Tyler. I think she had a plan, and she was going to try to contact you. So I'd say as soon as you know what you need to do, try and let me know from here what you're going to have for Friday, and start to work on it so you can show me that you've made a little headway. All right, man. Just hit up Tyler. She knows what's going on. And I'm going to see if Dulce shows up here a little bit. If you want to hang out, Donovan, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Okay. I think I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, then we'll see you. If not sooner, we'll see you Friday.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Ainsley, any info on your side? I've unmuted you, so you can talk.
I did not even notice that.
Yep.
So I don't know about the other questions, but we do have a computer we could use. Because I have a computer that's just left unused in my room.
Okay, just make sure it'll run UE4, and you should have your project on Google Drive. If not,
we can probably do a lot of research about the fire safety stuff, and we can possibly do something about the fire station I live nearby. So we could probably get like an interview with them.
Well,
probably, but not with this current situation. So that's off the table. So we can probably just do a lot of good research.
I think you're really going to have to do that research if you're going to talk to the fire station or anybody. It's going to have to be over.
No, true.
And the other thing is, since you have a computer that will run UE4, this is a good time for you. And I know you're pretty good at just sitting down and building a level out. This would be a good time for you to build that apartment complex. And just, take everything, put it together, whatever syntax you need. I can make sure you have access to those. And just put the thing together. Talk to Dulce about what it's supposed to be. Let Dulce handle calling and researching, because she doesn't have a computer that will run UE4. But I remember talking to your dad, and I'm pretty sure he's got one for you. So this would
I already do actually have a computer in my room that I can run UE4 on.
Cool. Okay, so with that in mind, let's just have you work on design the apartment complex, and we had
and the programming as well, probably.
Well, at this point, if you want to, just work on the level design. We can always work, like you can say, well, the door needs to be locked, so we can code that later. So I'd say just
locks are pain in the butt for me. So
yeah, well, I'd say start off with the level design, get everything looking really good. Add in some props and things like that so it looks really nice. And then later on, we can work on the programming. Does that sound good?
So you're basically saying for an apartment complex, let my imagination go wild.
Yeah.
Basically.
It needs to be realistic. It's still, you can't have stairways that go to nowhere and, a 10-story apartment complex. It needs to be 2 or 3. So that's where we need to kind of talk a little bit about, what.
Is it okay if I use the zombie outbreak? Because that thing already has an apartment complex.
Well, the zombie outbreak setup does have the town and the city, but some of the so the town.
I didn't even hear half of that. No offense, but I couldn't hear half of that.
It's fine. So the city has a lot of buildings, but you can't go inside the buildings. So you look look at that.
Oh, right. I forget about that.
Right. So the town has houses that you can even take pieces and assemble together. So I think you might end up having to use the town a little bit. But take a look at both sets. You can totally use the zombie outbreak and everything with that. But yeah, start working on the apartment complex, and I think that's going to be a good one for you. But make sure you get in touch with Dulce. That's the other thing. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Cool. All right. I'll let you drop off, and I want to talk to Jocelyn just a little bit here, and then we may be done. Just
Yes, can you hear me?
if you can get a little bit closer to the mic, it's a little quiet on your side. I know if you haven't already seen it, the agenda and everything for the week is pretty much work on this assignment, and with the intent of just getting anything done we can. So I was talking with Kaysen was on just a little bit earlier. I told him he needed to get in touch with you, and of course, you try and get in touch with him as well. And
Okay.
it seemed like the plan was y'all are going to map out what the level is going to look like, if there is any kind of script or someone who's telling you what to do. Like if you have a green screen actor, if you have just some dialogue windows that come up, what does it say on it? What kind of interactive elements are you going to have? Are the targets going to do anything? Like, so really just, I know at this point we've been just putting the thing together as quickly as possible. Now is the time that we can actually do some planning. We can say like, well, I think this is going to look better. I think that having the targets be these glass targets, but they're in different shapes, I think that would look a lot better. So this is a good time for just game design. Just really trying to spend some time making it look good and easy for people to pick up. And the idea being, yeah, you'll probably be standing next to the person who's getting into VR and trying your experience out for the first time. It would be a lot nicer if they could just get in and go through it, and you don't have to say a thing. You don't have to tell them what to do. You don't have to tell them where to go. You don't have to tell them how the mechanics work. Everything's taken care of inside the game. So with that in mind, if you attack your archery game with that, I think you'll have a good bit of planning and some things to work through. Do you want to change the arrows? Do you want to change the bow? They can pick different bows. Maybe one doesn't shoot very far. Maybe the other one, maybe you have different size to show you kind of like the strength that you can have when you pull them back, that kind of thing. So just think about what you want to do with that and iron it all out. And we're going to talk about it on Friday. So the only other thing other than this information here is just trying to work with Zoom so you guys understand how to work with it a little bit better, and really try to share the screen that you have with other people. I'm not sure if the iPad's going to have that option or not. I'm going to have to play with it myself to try and figure that out. But if y'all can do that, that would be really cool, so we can all be on the same page a little bit later on. I think there are other teachers that are going to be doing some Zoom trainings for themselves, but there's aspects that they want to use in their class. So does everything seem okay there?
Yeah, everything. Yeah, I looked at the agenda this morning and it made sense.
Okay. And then you already saw this assignment?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, I think everybody who is going to show up has shown up. So I think we'll just end our meeting here unless y'all have any more questions.
No.
Good. Cool. Well, end the meeting, and I'll work to share the video with everybody in case you need to go back and see anything we talked about. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. We'll talk to y'all later.